Yo, what's up everyone? This is Gilberto and you're welcome to Bassistovgilberto as usual. Yeah, today we're kicking off with 7th chords, dominant 7th chords and major 7th chords. Now, I'm going to start with the major 7th chord. On bass, it's going to be a different story, but let's look at the whole thing. A major 7th chord is formed using root, as you can see on the screen, root 3rd, 5th, and the 7th note. That is a major 7th chord formation. And then a dominant 7th chord is formed using the root, 3rd, 5th with a flattened 7. Now, these are two. So normally dominant 7th chord comes from a major 7th chord. On bass, we are likely to play only 3 notes, especially if it's a 4-string bass or a 5-string bass. We're likely to pick around 3 notes. We shall not play everything because it might sound a bit muddy. We might not have all notes in the position. So for 6-string bass players, it's a different story, but most of the time people are having 4-string or 5-string. So with me here, I have a 5-string, but then don't mind about the B string. Think of only the first 4 strings, okay? So let's dive into it and we do it. Yeah. Looking at the key of G is where I will center. So everything, I've cut my best for you to watch more of that from 15th fret. This is the 12th fret, and this is the 15th fret here. So I'll start with that, okay, in the key of G. So the major 7th chord in the key of G, the notes are going to be G, which is here. I say don't play this string. Here, 15th fret. And then we shall have the 7th note, which is here on the 16th fret. And then the 3rd, which is here in the 16th fret. So I don't want to explain a lot of theories here. Just understand the shape right, okay? Get the shape right, things will normalize along the way. So this is how you hold it. I put finger 1 here on G, and finger 2, I mean 3, and then finger 4, like that, like this, that. So for the picking, the thumb hits the bass note, and then this finger index and the middle finger pulls the 2, or you can pull everything together. And the notes are G, F sharp, and then you have also B, which is the 3rd. So how about when I'm on the A string? G is actually here on the 10th fret, okay? So you have G, you have B, and then you have F sharp. So you play it like this. You put finger 2 on G, finger 1 on B, and finger 3 on F sharp or finger 4. It's your choice. Sometimes I play it like this, especially if I'm on a wider frets areas, but on the squeezed fret areas like from the 12th frets and so on, sometimes I use finger 3. Use finger 3, it's okay, because it just fits there and it's on point. Finger 4 is here on the root again. So that's it. And this, when you hold it together, you just play. This is it. So you can play together everything, or you play bass note, then play the other 2. I want to show you something. Look at this situation. If this is G major 7, anything else can be major 7. This will be F sharp major 7. Anything there is a major 7. You understand? That shape moves up, and that's the beauty of playing strings. It's a different story with piano players. And then here too, if this is the G major 7, this will be G sharp major 7, same shape. A major 7, A sharp major 7, like that. Let's switch now to a dominant 7th chord. Now, because we know a dominant 7th chord, there's only one note that changes from the major 7, and that the 7th note is flattened. So, let's now go to C on the 15th fret. And the other issue why I'm using the 15th fret is that this area is a bit higher notes. The notes are high in pitch, so the bass wouldn't sound that muddy. This area, 3rd fret, 1st fret, it's so muddy, and the frets are so wide. Holding chords there is a little bit very tricky. It's okay. Now, for a dominant 7, the shape is very easy. Okay, let's start again with the C, for example. If I want the C dominant 7th, I'm here on the A string, for example. So on the A string, this will be C, this will be E, and this will be the flat 7. That's very in one area. C, E, then B flat. C, E, B flat, root 3rd, flat 7. And you hold it like this. You put finger 2 here, finger 1 here, and finger 3 here, like this. That's it, you have it. You have it, that's it. That means in that case, anything here, this will be B dominant 7, like that. B7, G7, like that. The shape just keeps going for all keys, like that. So that is the dominant 7 shape when you're on the A string. How about we think of if we are on the E string and I want a dominant 7 here. This is the shape of a dominant 7 when you're here. What if you're on the E string? So let's assume we go to G. We want G not to be a major 7. We want it as a dominant 7. So this is a major 7, and this is the 7th note. Move it here. So that means you get something like this. So that becomes another dominant 7 shape when you're on the E. If specifically you wanted C7 and you wanted another C7 on the E string, C is here on the 8th fret. So you would play it like this. You put finger 1, finger 2, and finger 3. Some people play it like this. Finger 2, finger 3, and finger 4. Okay? That means everything is there. I normally play it like this. So, from this, if I want the same shape of C, I'll get it here. But it's just a matter of understanding the concept that when you're here, this is just. But what if I want a dominant 7 on the E string? If I want G to be a dominant 7, it will be like this. That's the shape. Okay? So, I hope I'm clear. If you want the specific C not on this string, you don't want G, it's here. Or else, you can come here as well. On this C here. From there. You see? It's the same story. So it's just a matter of knowing. Now, like what I was playing in the background before, it was something like this. I started with the G major 7. Then I went to C major 7. Then back to G major 7. Then I went to the 5th of G, which is a D here. I played it as a dominant 7. Then I went to C major 7. Back to G major 7. Though I was playing root and 5th, doing that thing. But the progression is 12 bar blues actually. So this, so I can also do it as you create more. I mean, you can create more and more. I can start with a G dominant. Then I go to a C dominant. Okay? Then back to G dominant or G7. Then back to D7. Then C7. That's actually the actual sound of the blues. Okay, 12 bar blues is full of 7th chord, dominant 7th chord. Okay? Yeah, and that's it. Now, the last thing I'll talk about, someone may ask a question, for example, why should I learn chords? Yeah, because when you know chords, it helps you a lot as a bassist to understand harmony movement. And many bassists who ignore understanding chords, they're kind of limited in what they have to create. Creativity, you groove according to the bass notes within the chord. Okay, that's something you have to be knowing. And then another thing, also chords might have things like extensions that you can play, okay? You can extend to a 9, to a 13, to 11. So all those things are important. The last thing I will say is that playing chords on bass has become like a genre on its own. We've seen concerts and shows where bassist is playing chords for a singer and the drummer is grooving hard and the song is done, nothing else is needed, the song is complete. Some people say it's acoustic. It's not really acoustic. The bass chord is really rich it's very rich when you hear it. I have the bass on top and then the guide tones. I have a 3rd and a 7th. You understand? That's already enough, okay? So that's it. So you can play C major 7. I go to F major 7. C major 7. Then G7. Okay? So use these chords accordingly and work on yourself. Everything will be good. Just keep working on it. Okay, thank you guys for attending this class. I hope it's been helpful. See you again next week. I'm bringing another series of 7th chords. Today we did with dominant 7th and major 7th. Next week we're likely to do minor 7th and something like diminished, blah, blah, blah. Bye-bye. Thank you.